this game week kind of it's winding down now? How do you kind of feel about where you guys are?
Yeah, I think good. You know how we are as coaches, probably always want it better, but I think the players are kind of juiced to get going. You know, sometimes there's every now and again a lull in practice or a meeting, but just because they're kids. But at the end of the day, I think they're kind of ready to play somebody else. Yeah.
How's the competition been between Dustin Williams and Jaden, kind of on the inside there? I mean, obviously, they're both going to get a lot of playing time, but just what's that done for both of them almost, that competition?
Yeah, and honestly, I got 4 to 5 guys that are competing hard. I like my room. You know, at times they're all the same. At times, a couple of them shine, then others shine. So it's been interesting, you know, and I think in a good way that they're kind of all 5 of them, so to speak, are making each other better. And you know, it's not just them two. Yeah.
Coach mentioned that Teddy Knox has been emerging lately. In what ways?
Yeah, and we might kind of, you know, moving him around a little bit, you know, but he's just a guy at some point we got to try to have on the field because he can just go, he can run, he's do some things that you don't really coach, you know, so super attitude, tough kid, so, you know, there's probably some guys that just as we move through the season that, you know, might take on quote unquote a bigger role, you know, you just never know.
You say move around, like what positions?
Well, kind of, you know, a little inside, a little outside. You know, that's what I mean, yeah. So trying to find a home for some of those young guys.
What have you thought of Rufus Harvey's second year here?
He's at a good camp. Overall, he's at a good camp. You know, I told him he was really chill last year, and as if he didn't think or knew he wasn't going to play. But he flashes. You know, he can be at times dynamic with the ball in his hands, and so yeah. Overall, I thought he's been good. You know, takes notes in my meetings. You know, he's come a long way.
Your thoughts on Austin Williams and Jaden Wally in that battle at that position?
Yeah, and I mean it's a battle, but again, I kind of, you know, the whole room is battling, and I know that I don't know, maybe people don't think so, but you know, I got 4 to 5 guys I think can play. You can't play all 5 to begin with, but I told them I think week 3 or 4 might look different than week 1 as far as how many reps people get, and that's kind of to be determined. We got to jog 2 guys out there Saturday, and so we gotta kind of figure it out a little bit.
You mentioned moving players around. Can you describe the process of a go into moving maybe a guy who played H receiver in the spring to Y in the fall?
Yeah, and H and Y are my guys. You know, even though they're both slots, they are different. You know, and me and Coach have had a bunch of conversations about that. And really with the freshmen, it's kind of slotting them somewhere once they get here, and they might need 5 to 6 to 7, sometimes 2 weeks of practice to figure out, here's what we got. Well, you've got this position we're pretty kind of comfortable at this one. He's a 3, so maybe we ought to put him there, and he could maybe be a 2, you know, if that makes sense. You know, we got to do that early on with our guys, and there's some stuff we still don't know about guys that have been here, you know, like Rufus, you know, didn't play last year, you know, stuff like that. So you'd like to have a million days to do it, but we got to kind of slot them where we think they're going to stay, you know.
How would that apply